Like everyone that stands on this day, you talk about how great your classes are and how good you feel about them. And I probably feel great about this class for several different reasons. One of which is that these young men chose to come to our great university and our program amid extreme pressure, amid extreme rhetoric that they had to hear, some true, some not true, and yet they and their families found this place to be the best fit for them under those circumstances, and for that, I will always be indebted to this group, and our staff will, for those reasons. And it was a very difficult time, a lot of roller coaster rides in the recruiting process this year, probably more than others, even though it's always part of it. But with our other issues, it made it very, very difficult. And we really had to fight together and stay together. And our deal was consider it all joy. And we have a great place to sell and a great environment to present to people if we can get them on campus. And our staff did a remarkable job of holding things together with staff changes and with the issues that we had going on around our program. So I stand today feeling very great about our guys and our families that have joined us for that reason first. And then secondly, I think we addressed a lot of needs that we have. And I think that's probably what signing day should always be about. There's a lot of great players, but you've got to address the needs that you have. And we certainly did that in a lot of ways, we believe. And so we're excited about the class. Offensively, it was a small class. We've got a lot of returning kids there. Signed the 2 quarterbacks to get us kind of spread out and back to kind of the right format in the quarterback room throughout the class. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior type deal. And we got 4 of those guys now back on scholarship after playing last year on 3 with Jordan and with Alex. Running back, we knew we wanted to take one guy. We obviously went after hard another kid in our state early on that chose to go to another place, and then you turn your attention to what's next for us. And we, without going into the recruitment of others, we really could have had a lot of backs that we wanted. But it comes a point sometimes, I think, in your gut, and I kind of got it in my gut last night, and I called Nix down, kind of laid in my office for a little while. My head was hurting, and it comes a point where you need to do the right thing. And the right thing for us was to sign the state's all-time leading rusher in Isaiah Woolard. And his granddad played here. Obviously, they've had tremendous loss here recently. That didn't weigh totally into it, but you can't help but say that's a factor. But when I watch his tape, which I watched 100 times, if he were playing in a different league, I think he's a no-brainer, and that's the question mark that you have on him. But I know this, he immediately makes our university better. He immediately makes our locker room better. And I've got a sneaking suspicion he's going to be like an Evan Ingram type that you look after 3 years and you think, wow, we almost messed that up. Glad to have him. Wide receivers, another great year, another great haul there. We didn't lose a lot, so we didn't need many, but getting Javante Payton and Braylon Sanders, I think, are 2 Van Jefferson type ball skill guys, route runners. Braylon's extremely explosive. Watch him play basketball. He's really explosive. And then Payton, is a slot guy that we're looking at, and the Markel Pack type and Van Jefferson type. Excited to get both of those guys. O-line, another small year. Ben Brown, what a wonderful Ole Miss family. 3 to 4 generations of it, and to see the joy that's in his grandfather and his father and him together on their official visit is pretty rewarding when you get to experience something like that. And he's been just as solid with us for such a long time and knows us for who we are. Doesn't let the stuff bother him that may or may not get said. And just thrilled to have him. And then Tony Gray. speaking very candidly, you know, we really, our coaches did, with all that we had coming at us, our coaches did a phenomenal job getting right to the end with the nation's top two tackles in Walker Little and Trey Smith, who chose to go other places. And the third guy on our board that we evaluated, that Matt had evaluated, was Tony. And we knew it'd be a fight to get him. But man, his mom, Mama Duke, fell in love with the place and fell in love with us in the home, and really didn't care what other people said. I loved her, man. She didn't. She made up her mind based on her dealings with people, and you know, got his papers in later today. So that was a big get.